Hey guys, it's Doggo the Pony here, coming to you with a new video about my 8th grade art teacher who kinda was a pain in the butt. So yeah, let's do this! We're gonna have some fun today, kiddos. Hey guys, what's up? It's story time today, and today's story time is about my dreaded 8th grade art teacher. So let's get this ball rolling. So I'll give you some backstory. When I was in elementary school, I had an amazing art teacher. She was accepting of like all kinds of art, like you could be a sculptor, you could do like cartoon, anything. Like she liked it all. She was a huge cartoon fanatic, and she was really into anime kind of stuff. Like when we were drawing self-portraits, she would draw anime figures on the board to help us. And man, do I miss her. She was cool. She gave me like horse stuff all the time because she knew I liked horses, and I still love horses. Anywho, so when 8th grade rolled around, I was allowed to go to an art class. And I was like, art? Oh yeah, I'm awesome at art. I'm gonna get like an A+++. Oh yeah. Well, first day rolls around, and I'm like all excited, like, woohoo, we're in art. And let me just say this. I understand why some of those kids decide to go to study hall instead. So this art teacher I had was probably one of the meanest art critics I've had to face so far. Like, she nearly made me stop doing art because of the fact that she literally would just attack me and my art. So what happened was I was, really into anime, and this was before like I had fully developed my art. Well, I'm still developing my art styles, but like before I really figured out what feels comfortable to me. So I was doing a lot of anime, My Little Pony, that kind of stuff. So our first project was to make a name tag with our last name on it, by making our own font, like all by hand, making our own font and making a picture with it. So me being the edgy 8th grader I did a horror theme, so I made it look like my last name was dripping in blood, and then I did like the Illuminati symbol and like a girl who's like a monster, and just different symbols towards horror with it. And that was literally the first project we had to do. You wanna know what grade I got on it? This is literally that one thing that is like the cliche movie thing. I got a C in overall, but I got the A in effort. Frick my life. The second project we had to do was called a radial design. So we had to take our name and fill it into like this like radial design that we were doing, and like decorate it and stuff. So my first one, I remember. Sorry, I'm tired. The first one I did, I actually really wish that she had let me keep it because it was really good. Like, it was good for the time. I did like horror, horse, and like Milo Pony theme for my first one. And like, instead of doing like designs, I literally drew pictures inside of mine because, you know, I like drawing. I'm gonna draw pictures, and at the time I wasn't really into like going through and adding in designs and stuff. So, damn, I yawn a lot in my videos. So I ended up, you know, using that and just like I used that. I turned it in, and she told me to redo it. And you want to know why she told me to redo it? She told me to redo it because I put a creepy drawing in it. And she goes, I don't really see you being all dark and broody. Why do you always do this stuff? Okay, I'm 13 years old going through my emo phase. Yeah, trust me. I was dark and broody. Like, that kind of, you know, that was one of the things that pissed me off. Another thing that goes back to the dark and broody. So we had to do like, from a point of perspective, we had to, like, basically say that, okay, we had to make a word that described us. So she had us write down a list of words that we used to describe ourselves, and we had to show it to her, and then she'd help us pick one. So I put dark, I put edgy, I put all that kind of stuff down. I put emo, and I went up there. Sorry guys. I gave her my list, and she's like, dark, edgy? I don't see you as dark and edgy. And I'm like, like, in my head, I'm like, excuse me. I don't think you know what goes on inside my head, woman. Like, seriously, So, yeah. Instead, I had to choose the word Joker because that's probably as close as I could get to it. Which she had yelled at me because I tried to draw a small Joker in my picture, and she goes, "No pictures." So, because I'm into Vocaloid, and I was back then as well, I ended up doing like Alice the Human Sacrifice kind of symbols in it. Like, in every letter, I did like one of the card symbols. And she didn't even notice it when I turned it in until it was parent-teacher conference. And my mom, like, and my mom, like, pointed it out. She's like, "Oh, that's cool. You put in little, like, cards and stuff like that." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't even notice that." And then, like, glared at me. And I was like, "Oh, dear Lord, what did I do?" But, like, this teacher, I swear, like, she hated me. Like, she hated my art with a burning passion. Like, there's probably, like, 1 or 2 pieces that she liked of mine. And literally, so we had to do shading. And we were practicing, like, shading and stuff like that by using a ball, like drawing a circle and then like making it into a ball and doing all that kind of shading, finding the light source. Yeah. I have a number 2 pencil. There's no such thing as a pencil that can get to like the deepest black ever. Like, it's not like a computer where I can just go boop with my like paintbrush and it's just like black. No. I got the worst hand cramp because I was forced to just keep that pencil down and literally wearing out my pencil because I couldn't get it to black. So I turned it in the way it was. I got it as dark as I could. I turn it in, and she goes, and she calls me up. She goes, what is this? And I'm like, it's my shading. And she's like, this isn't shaded right. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, it's not dark enough. And I'm like, do you really think I can get as dark as like computer paper, like printing? Ugh. I didn't actually say that, but I wanted to. Like, it was so annoying. And like, one of the few pieces of mine one of the two pieces of mine she liked was when we had to do like a custom creature. Like, we had to make our own monster, like throw together different body parts from animals and make our own. So, me, being a My Little Pony fan, and still to this day being a My Little Pony fan, I drew my own version of a Draconicus. And when I drew it, she's like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is like some of your best work. And this is also like, literally on that Monday that I did that, was literally after a weekend of me like crying because I was so stressed out from art because of the fact that I felt like she like just hated my art. Like, literally, she hated my style that I use. She hated the fact that like I apparently can't get a pencil down to like black. And it was like so frustrating that like on that Friday when I went home from school, I called my mom crying because I'm like, I feel like my art's so unappreciated. It feels like And then like the second thing of mine that she liked was like when we did tessellations, and I did elephants for mine because that was the shape I had seen. So I did this elephant, and honest to God, I hated that project so freaking much because it was just so stupid in my eyes. But so I'm doing this you know, like, hang on, I got this tessellation, and I'm like, just like, I'm scribbling because, you know, I don't like colored pencils, honestly. I prefer markers. So I'm like scribbling, and she walks over, she goes, and I'm like, what? She goes, this is some of your best art! Oh my god, you're putting in effort for once. And I'm like, hold up, you think that my scribbling is like the best thing ever, but when I make realistic drawings, you sit there and criticize me because they're not realistic enough? What the heck kind of logic is that? I was like done. I was like, boy. So I honestly just scribbled the rest of the project because I didn't feel like it. Honestly, like I was just like, nope. Oh, sorry. Like, I get it. Like, you're in the middle school art teacher, you have standards to teach, and you, like, I get that you're supposed to critique art, but you shouldn't be literally belittling someone literally because they don't draw in the way that you see as art or as good. Like, seriously, I'm in 8th grade. I'm not gonna be able to draw like hyper realism deer, elephant, ball. Like, yeah, sure, like now I've gotten my style to like where I'm developing semi-realism, but at the same time it's still cartoony. Like, I like having a cartoony style because I don't have to sit there and worry about everything being correctly paced anatomically. Yeah, there. So like, it always like, it still kind of gets me to this day because I sit there like, kind of like, it still kind of hurts when I think about it because it's like, I was so pumped for this class, and in the end it almost killed me from doing art because she wouldn't understand that I don't do the realism kind of style, especially with my animals. Like, my animals are in a cartoony but semi-realism state, and she wouldn't see that. Just like how she wouldn't see that I do, like, just certain things in general. Like, the way that I do my art is different from how another kid in the class might do their art. Like, she literally, even one time, we had to combine two animals. So I wanted to do lions and horses combined because, like, when I was little, I'd always combined animals anyways. And I was like, hey, instead of doing a dog and a horse like I used to, I'm going to do a lion and a horse. And she told me a lion and a horse are too similar and no one would be able to tell the difference. And with that, because she also wanted it to be realistic, I literally, said, ha, screw this, drew a griffin, and then turned that in, because that was literally, my middle finger to her. And I'd even do it realistic. I made it like it was, stained glass from My Little Pony, like what Celestia has in her castle. So, yeah, take that. It just disturbs me when a teacher will go so far as to belittle a student just because the student doesn't do the same thing that you want. Art is supposed to be free flowing. You're supposed to be able to express yourself through it. And even though, I said, I get that they've got standards, but at the same time, why doesn't she relax it a little bit and say, okay, we're going to do this your way? This past school year, I got to do art, and I like my teacher. She was very she didn't care what the style was. She didn't want it to be full on the most realistic thing ever. She knew, okay, yeah, if you want to do cartoony, do cartoony. If you want to do realistic, do realistic. If you want to do semi-realism, do semi-realism. She wasn't the whole shoving down your throat one way or another. She was pretty cool and calm about it. That's what we need as an art teacher. You don't need someone who sits there and will just belittle you because they don't agree with your art style. That's ridiculous. Especially because when you're 13, you're still pretty impressionable, and at this age, you're still pretty impressionable. Sorry, I'm not able to speak lately. But it crushes me because there's so many people I know who are and both are and were amazing artists, and yet they're quitting because someone just completely gives them that overbearing critique to the point where they're sitting there going, wow, my art really is crap. Wow, I really do suck. Wow, I shouldn't do art as a living. And those are the people who really are just, it hurts. And it wasn't even just me also that she belittled, by the way. There was a boy at the table I sat at. He ended up being treated like crap too, because he wasn't the best artist. No one at 13 is the best artist in the world. This kid, he would try, but he like wasn't the best, and she yelled at him and told him, "Don't you dare ever do art as a career when you're older." And I'm like, you know what? I kind of hope he does, so that way he can rub it in your face one day. Hey, look, I'm making money because of my art. So suck it, kind of thing. Like, I know that's rude, but you know what? It just sickens me to think that someone doesn't agree with another person's style, so that's when they sit there and go, yeah, no, don't even do that when you're older. No, just don't even try, because if you try, you're gonna fail, and when you fail, I'm gonna laugh at you, kind of thing. Like, it's annoying. Like, seriously. I'm just so tired of, like, teachers who belittle in general. Like, literally, she is the only art teacher that I've had who's, like, belittled. Like, I did a program over the summer with, like, this guy who was teaching us how to make our own comics and stuff. And, like, there were some pretty young kids in the class, and they're like, oh, how does this look? And he's like, that looks amazing. Like, he would give them feedback, but he wasn't like, you need to change all this. He's like, I think that's good. Like, that's really good. Try to maybe work on this or improve this. Like, if he came around to me and he saw, like, my drawings, because we were working on perspective one day, he saw it, he goes, wow, I like that. That's pretty good. I think that's really interesting. And he always liked it. So, I guess the moral of the story is, if you're a student and you're doing art and you have someone who just constantly tells you, stop, it's not okay, do what you're doing, because you know what? Improvement happens over time. I can tell you that, like, I've improved so much since, like, I'm sorry. Like, from 13 years old to now, where I'm 15 going on 16, I've improved. I've gotten a lot of things down, and you can too. Like, and for those of you who sit there and belittle a person because of their art style or because of the way that their art comes out, you need to learn how to shut up and actually give them criticism that's not going to destroy them. Like, seriously, especially if there's someone who's very self-conscious about their art, like how I am, don't sit there and say, your art is a piece of crap because I don't like the way it's done. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like your colors. I don't like the words. I don't like the mood of it. You need to shut up and learn actually what to critique them on, because you don't know. You don't know what it's like to have to sit there and listen to someone constantly tell you over your shoulder, this is crap. I want you to do this till your hand breaks. I don't care that you just looked at something. I want you to make it exact replica. I want you to make an exact replica of the Mona Lisa. Yeah. Well, I think I've ranted enough, along with this story time. So thank you for listening. This is Aqua Zaponi, out.